Welcome into episode number 131 of The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. Well, it's October 29th, and I promise you, I am not as distraught, I am not as down as I was last year around this time. It is disappointing, I won't lie to you, but you've heard me tell the story on a handful of occasions. Last year, after Game 7, came into work, and I didn't talk to anyone for the entire day. That is not the case today. It does sting a little bit that the Dodgers were not World Series champions, that the Red Sox are, and congratulations to the Boston Red Sox. But quite frankly, the Red Sox were the better team. And you can look at the series and say the Dodgers made mistakes here and here and here, and if they don't make those mistakes, they're probably still playing today, or, they're up 3-2, or they've won the series, whatever it is. But as a lot of pundits will tell you, and as I say each and every year that the Saints make the playoffs, the team that makes the most mistakes is going to lose, and the team that capitalizes on those mistakes is going to win. And you can talk all you want about analytics and all that stuff, and I'm not here to discuss that, but the Dodgers just made more mistakes than the Red Sox did, and the Red Sox deserve to win. And when you lose 4-1 and you watch the Red Sox steamroll through 3 different teams in the playoffs and have the most wins in Major League Baseball this year, it's tough to argue that they weren't the best team from start to finish all season long. So congratulations to them. It's going to be a tough offseason again for the Dodgers, because you go 30 years without winning a World Series. I was around for 88. I remember 88. It just gets harder and harder every year because the offseason's so long and the regular season is so long, and you don't know if you're going to get back. It depends on who's coming back for the Dodgers and what they have. They've got a lot of young talent, but what are they able to return for next year in terms of some veteran leadership and pitchers? And obviously they need to shore up the bullpen. So that's pretty much all I have to say on the subject. Again, congratulations to the Boston Red Sox, deserving champions. With that in mind, let's get to episode number 131. It is Rick Peckham of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Rick, just a very interesting guy. We talked about a number of different things, including the fact that he worked for the Hartford Whalers. And maybe a lot of people around that are of the younger generation don't remember the Hartford Whalers, but he worked for the Hartford Whalers. And then a very interesting story with him going to Tampa, and the last game in Hartford Whalers history happened to be against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So I guess proof that you can go home again. He was in the building for that final game. And a very humorous story that he tells a few years later after that, when the Lightning and the Calgary Flames were playing in a game in Calgary, and how the broadcast booth nearly caught on fire. It's a pretty funny story and a good one that he tells, along with a number of other very interesting and fascinating stories that Rick tells. We sat down at the hotel that the team stays at, and I found a little nook at this hotel. There's a couple different places. I've been to all these hotels over and over and over again, and so I've kind of carved out my spot. As a matter of fact, when I do the NBA guys and I go down to Minneapolis, they know me so well now that when I go in and I sit in my area, for the most of the time, if the guy that is usually there is there, he'll turn down the music without me asking now. So it's gotten to that point. But there's a little nook that I found at the hotel. Unfortunately, it's kind of near an elevator downstairs, plus the service entrance. So you're going to hear a little bit of noise in the background from time to time, people entering in and out. But most of the time, there aren't any people down there except for the service folks. But you're going to enjoy this one. It's very good. He's fantastic. If you've not subscribed to the podcast, you can do so on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast. Again, be sure to rate it. You can also follow us on social media, Twitter @TheVoiceBTV, Facebook, facebook.com/TheVoiceBTV, and you can always email me, thevoicebtv@gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. Episode 131 with Rick Peckham of the Tampa Bay Lightning. JW, roll the open.
Harvey just swoops in from around the side and sticks this piece of cake in front of Chief with the sparkler lit. and it just shocks the daylights out of him, right? And his arm goes up, knocks the cake in the air. It, lands upside down on the carpeting, and the sparkler starts the carpeting smoking. And now, you've got the stage manager stomping around trying to make sure we don't have a fire in the booth.